Hello, everyone.
We're back
Again.
Welcome to the Unstoppable Empath Live Show. We are Tiff and Jack, and we are very, very glad to be here with you today. Today's topic is your space, your living space, making you sick, making you feel sick? It's a pretty intense topic.
Do you want to put on the comments?
Yes. Let
so
me
I
open
can
up
see.
the comments so we can see. Please chime in and let us know where you're joining us from. Megan, so glad you're here from Texas. We love
Hi,
you,
Megan. Doris, hello from the UK.
And so you know, we are streaming into both of our private pages. We're streaming into our YouTube channel, and then we're streaming into the Connected Empath Facebook group. And so we're all over. So wherever you're joining us at, you'll be able to see the comments from the people there, but you won't be able to see the comments from the others. So that's why I'll be good about sharing the comments, so you can also hear what people are saying. And Christiane, we're so glad you're here
from Missouri.
She popped in yesterday and she's like, thank God you're doing this. I need some of this. So we're so glad you're here.
Hey, Babs, nice to see you.
Sorry, babe. We're glad.
I think I interrupted you.
That's okay. If you don't know us, we're Tiff and Jack, and we're all about you, helping you, the empath, live in your power, to feel alive and unstoppable, and to trust your intuition and trust your gifts, and be able to help yourself and others in a way that feels resonant without draining you into the ground. Yeah. That's what we do.
Yes.
And Kelly Verstrate, we're so glad you're here. I was talking about you today.
In our podcast.
I was, and we're going to talk about it again today.
Yeah, we are.
So stay tuned, because we have something awesome to share. It's going to be great. So
hi, Mary.
Oh, Mary, good. I'm so glad you're
from
here.
Australia. What time is it?
It's going to be probably 7, 8 a.m.-ish. Mary, it's so good to see you. We were chatting a little bit on Messenger, and it was 1 a.m. then for Mary, and it's so good to see you here. We're so glad you're here.
So the first, okay, no, I'm getting ahead of myself. We're going to do our tarot reading. So everybody, 6:30 a.m. So everybody, get your question. Okay. Doris, thank you. This is my all natural, all these curls. So I thought I'd be all wild today with my curls instead of blowing it out. So thank you so much. I appreciate it.
We have England in the house. We have Connecticut in the house. We have Missouri in the house. Ohio in the house.
Texas.
We have Shelly, who is a very tired therapist working in inpatient psych ward in Ohio.
Oh,
Shelly, right now, let's all send Shelly some serious love.
Seriously.
Like, let's wrap Shelly up and just support you, because you know what? Life gets heavy, doesn't it? Sometimes. That's why we do our show, to give you a little uplift. The United Kingdom has just joined us. Valerie, we're so glad you're here.
Okay, guys, get ready. Ask your question in your mind.
Show the deck. Let me see the card, just because I love to share. Great. This is Tarot with Attitude, the Rebel deck. You can get it on Amazon. You know what? When you're holding,
honey, our light right here is like filling both your glasses, so it looks like you have these. It was so
Here,
funny.
hold on.
Right there. Okay, so go ahead and ask your question. And a really great way to do this is, what does the universe want me to know about? And then whatever situation you want to know about. I'm going to ask the question today for myself, and I'll share with you after I draw the cards. Okay, here we go. Let's do it. Okay. Number 1.
Thank you.
Number 2. Oh, there it is.
Got it. Ooh, I love that one.
Okay.
Somebody's going to be really happy.
And, I'm almost there. Oh, there it is.
Wow, they're all purple today.
Ooh.
Okay, what was your question?
My question was, what does the universe want me to know about increasing my energy? So I have more stamina. That's the word I'm using, is to increase my stamina.
Have you eaten? You're acting like a big ass baby. You need food in your belly. Eat a fucking taco.
That one's for me. Okay, thank you, universe. Tacos it is. Woo!
Okay, second card. $$, baby.
Make it rain.
I want to know if this card is for you, listener. Third card, that project, that person, that idea is waiting. Get after that shit. The world has your back.
Nice.
Okay, card number 1, share in the thread. Let us know which card or cards was for you. Number 1, have you eaten? You're acting like a big ass baby. You need food in your belly. Eat a fucking taco. $$, making it rain, baby. Make it rain. Number 3, that project, that person, that idea is waiting. Get after that shit. The world has your back. Love it. Making it rain for Linda. Hi, Arenda. We're so glad you're here. Megan said card number 3 for me. Right on, Megan. You got this. Babs 2 and 3. You go. Leona 1, 2, and 3. Mary 2 and 3 is my business. What I'm meant to be doing. Well, that project, that person, that idea.
There
the
it
universe
is.
has your back.
Great.
Love it.
So there we have it. There's our 3 cards, and I am going to get myself a taco because I love tacos.
You do love tacos.
Oh, I love tacos.
Here's the cover.
And I like crunchy tacos. Soft shell tacos are delightful, but crunchy tacos are super exciting.
I'm soft shell. Okay, Watcher, are you crunchy or soft shell? Lay it out there for us. We're doing a little poll. Crunchy or soft shell on your tacos?
Okay, while we're waiting, today we're going to be talking about your space.
Of course, Megan loves crunchy tacos.
Of course she does. We're
You
twins.
two are so much alike. Oh, Doris is pouring here right now. Ooh, crunchy. Depends on the taco, Kelly says. Soft shell taco. Me too. Crunchy, Tiffany Rickard says. Lunchy. Luann says crunchy. Fruza, soft. Someone loves crunchy edges, soft middle, homemade. Sarah says crunchy. Shelly says crunchy. I think crunchy's coming out on top.
Wow, I'm impressed with all you crunchers.
You're impressed because they like the one you
Yes. Okay, so the title was is your environment, is your home
your living space.
Oh, is your living space making you sick? We're actually not going to talk about things that make you sick. We're going to talk about how to help you create a sacred space. And I am so excited about this topic. You know why? Because it's awesomely fun to talk about. And we have lots of great ideas because you, the empath, needs to have a space where you can go and meditate, rest, have great conversations, eat amazing food, be uplifted,
feel comfortable.
Yes, all of that. So we're going to talk about it. Now, there's something I have a surprise that Jack is like, I just let him know on the podcast I was doing this and you probably already forgot.
Oh boy, I didn't.
Okay. So at our office, there's so much construction going on. Oh,
across the street.
My
they
God.
Were putting in multi-unit apartments.
They've cut down all the trees.
You should have seen the trees that they cut down. You should have seen. It was like
we've been pretty
a
devastated.
day of mourning because
Yes.
it was just the green space is gone.
So for the last, how long? Year and a half?
No, 2 solid years.
2 solid years. Jack has been at the office working with all of this construction noise, and Jack is hypersensitive to sound. So he's just had it with the sound, and we're talking about creating a sacred space. We not only do we create a sacred space in our home, but we do in our office as well. But it's been really, really difficult because of all the construction around us and all of the nature being ripped out. And so our wedding anniversary is in 1 week. And I ran to the store this morning to get this very specific thing that will help Jack have a sacred space experience in the office. And I wrapped it and I was going to take it on our trip that we're leaving to go and do on Monday. But I'm actually going to have him open it right now because he needs it.
Yeah, there's no way I would have forgotten that.
He came home and he's like, the sound, I just don't feel like I can take it one more day. And I said, how would you feel about me giving you your anniversary present early. And I said, I think it will help with the situation at work. So here is the wrapped gift. Look at
Are you
that.
guys as excited as I am?
Oh, I'm going to have him open it because this is going to add to the sacred space of our office.
Okay.
Here we go.
Oh boy. I'm ready.
Are you excited?
I need scissors, I think. Second drawer.
Yes, always in the second drawer right there.
Okay, you guys.
They can't see you opening.
Oh.
Yes. Do you know what it is?
Yes. Kelly Verstraight. Finally it happened. I don't know if you guys know about Apple's new AirPods. I have the other Apple AirPods, but these new ones are revolutionary. Noise canceling, sound canceling, and not only that, for people that are more hard of hearing, it also allows you to hear people better. You're the best.
I love you.
I love you. So this is for me. Isn't this amazing? We're both Leos, by the way.
Our birthday is one day apart. Except he's 3 years older than me. That's why he has all this gray.
Oh, you guys. Maybe I should wear these for the rest of the recording.
No.
Christiane said you are going to love them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So happy anniversary
Thanks,
a week early. I'll give you a great present.
Someone said I'm wearing mine right now.
Oh, good.
On.
Nice.
Thank you.
So updated, and now you've got sound canceling.
So that will really give me a lot better energy at work. I've figured out a few things to try to make it a little bit better, but this is going to be the best. Nice. Thanks, babe.
Oh, you're welcome, honey.
I love you.
You'll have to let me know tonight if it works.
Kelly Verstraight, she's like, he would not buy them for himself. That's true.
Yep.
Not because I think that makes me a good person, but I didn't do it.
Well, that's because it's my job to shower you with gifts because you don't buy stuff for yourself.
I know. And it's so fun that way. Christiane said, when are your birthdays? Mine is August 1st. Hers is July 31st.
Yep.
Yeah.
We have an awfully fun time for our birthdays.
We do. We used to throw big parties and client appreciation parties, have all our clients and all of our friends come to our house. And that was pre-COVID days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll get back there. We will.
will.
We're twins.
We are.
Okay. So let's talk about your home. I'd like everyone to share what is something in your home that has made you feel crappy. And this is the only negative we're talking about in this, but I'd like you to share what is something in your house that made you feel crappy. I'll share one of ours. Well, you go ahead and you can share about our garage.
Oh, our garage. So we moved a house twice this size into this home that we're living in now. When we moved into a city that we love, that's right in Salt Lake City, Sugar House. And we had a whole bunch of extra stuff and we just packed it up in the garage. Well, it kind of stayed in the garage. We parked our car outside. Every time it snowed, I'd have to go shovel the car, shovel. And Tiff and I just, Tiff is the one, really, I will hand it to you. She's like, we're going to clean out our garage. I think we had read Marie Kondo's Sparking Joy book, the declutter book.
Yeah, but we had decluttered our house 2 years before we did the garage.
That's when we did the Marie Kondo
stuff. In our house.
Yeah, we decluttered our entire guts of our house. We went through everything and we did it with gusto. And you don't have to do it that way. You can break it down into little chunks. But we did it with gusto. Then we did our garage. Every single time. Now we can park the car in the garage. All of the decorations are all organized. Everything is right where it needs to be in storage containers. Like, it is a dream. And every single time I park in the garage, I am filled with gratitude, joy, and comfort. I love it. I had no idea the energetic load that was weighing me down because of our garage.
Yes.
I had no idea.
So that is one of the topics we're going to be talking about today, is getting the garbage, the clutter out of your space. This can be very, very overwhelming and very, very stressful for many empaths. But this is what you can do to make it so much better, is that you can do it 15 minutes a day. And I mean, literally set your timer for 15 minutes and start in one room and do 15 minutes until that room is done and then move to the next one. This is not like, okay, after this class today, I want you to go and create a sacred space in 5 minutes.
No, we are not saying that, you guys.
Yeah. So what we're really saying is this takes time. This takes focus. This takes thought. It takes energy. And Jack and I have created an office and a home that is a very sacred space. And it took us quite a while to get it to where it is right now. And we're always adding more in to create more of an experience of a sacred experience in our space. So we're going to give you a lot of ideas today of things that you can try. One of them is to declutter and only do it 15 minutes a day. And I'm like, I want to say be really strict with the 15 minutes, because if you're an overachiever like most empaths, you'll be like, I'm going to do the entire house this weekend.
And you'll get burned out and it won't.
Yeah, you'll wear yourself out in 1 hour.
So I want to share what everybody shared was their
please.
part of their house that's giving them trouble. The kitchen, clutter, my teenager, my husband's clutter.
Yep.
My bathtub. I need a newer, deeper one. Our office space is turned into a collect-all room. Oh boy. Hot spots is what we call that.
That happens.
Garage, basement. My bedroom, and I still haven't been able to decorate it, and I don't know how I feel about that. It's a new flat, but I'm not still very happy in it. Ooh, Feruza, we have some awesome things today. When I moved, I cleared out 75% of my crap that I didn't want. Moving is a great opportunity to do that. Is. My spare room in the basement is the hot spot. Cheryl said, I've been taking small breaks today doing that. Good job. Clutter, Leona said, still going through my mother's stuff from 3 years ago when she passed. There's a lot of energy on that.
That's a ton of energy.
It is.
And that's, the clutter. Most everyone's talking about clutter, right?
Oh yeah. A lot of clutter and the hot spots. There are hot spots, and we got that from the Fly Lady years ago. I did Fly Lady, you did Fly. Is a great cleaning system. But the hot spots, they're just certain areas in your home, like a table, a chair in your bedroom. Like, where do you put your clothes when you take them off? And it gathers until it's a big, huge mess.
Right.
But
so
we're not really.
The clutter, I would say 15 minutes a day until it's done. It took Jack and I 2 years ago. We did the garage, the shed in the back, and our entire house. It took about 4 months of Saturdays. So instead of doing 15 minutes a day, we did on a Saturday, and it was really easy to do because we're in a pandemic and there was nothing else to do. So I would recommend doing it that way or doing 15 minutes every day. Okay. You can get a lot done.
Yeah. You can do one cupboard in your kitchen.
Yeah.
And then 15 do minutes. Another cupboard.
Yeah.
And only keep the things that truly spark joy and that feel good in the process of using them.
Yep. And if you haven't used them in a year or more, get it out. This will change. Did it change our life getting this done?
Absolutely.
It changed our entire life.
The relief and order that came into our life. And what we found is that as we got our house into order, that all the other areas in our business, our relationship with other things began to take on more order as well, because like attracts like.
Right.
And what a profound shift in our home. And now it's a daily, like we have to, every day we have to be mindful. And if we see something's getting a little loaded up, we take it on and declutter and get rid of and bring it back down to.
Yeah, but it's time for me to redo the kitchen.
Yeah, the kitchen is, boy, when you pulled out that drawer, the drawer where you keep all your things.
Because I'm such a kitchen witch. I'm a chef, and I'm very serious about food and creating it for the people that I love and creating decadent things and healthy things. I have every kitchen tool you could possibly imagine to make life delicious.
Yeah, I should take a picture of the drawer and share it because it is loaded. And just yesterday, I think you're like, I am going after this. Yeah. I'm going after this drawer.
Yeah, I have a lot of beautiful and wonderful things that need to be reorganized in that kitchen.
Yeah.
So, that's one thing is decluttering, but I have a whole bunch of fun ads that you can add to your life. So your home is a sacred space. Now, some people are like, clean out a spare room or a corner of the house and make that your sacred space. And Tiff and Jack are saying, make your home a sacred space. And it doesn't mean that you don't watch movies or run around wild or do fun, loud things. It just means it's a place that feels very comfortable to you so that you can do the things you enjoy in that space in delight. And so we're going to talk about lots of different things that you can add. We're going to talk a lot about what we have in our home. And I'm going to show you some fun things so that you can kind of get an idea of what we're talking about. But the first thing I wanted to talk about was it doesn't have to just be one little place in your house. I would recommend just adding things into your home here and there to make it feel super extra delicioso. Okay. Before we talk about those things, here's some things that you do in your space. You rest, you do your guided meditations, you have conversations with people, you have sex, you watch movies, you read books, you do all kinds of things in your space. And if you're trying to do those things in a place that doesn't feel good and kind of makes you feel drained and yucky, those things won't be enjoyable and life will feel pretty ugh.
Yeah, your home space is a place where you can rejuvenate and build back up. So when you then go and do whatever it is you're doing in your life, it gives you that place to rest and really have comfort and joy. And now that we're in a pandemic, many of us are working from home as well. It's just that much more critical to really take a look around, notice. And by the end of today's class, you'll be able to really pick something up that resonated with you and make the change. Do something a little bit different to bring yourself some comfort.
Okay. So the first thing I want to talk about.
I'm just opening my things here. Okay, I got it. I'm good now.
It's not present time anymore.
I know.
Okay. So one really important thing is to have comfortable seating. So when people come, they can sit down and be comfortable. I've gone to a lot of places where you sit down on the couch or the chair and it's like sitting on a cardboard box. And I'm like, I couldn't do this in my space. So we have very, very comfortable seating. And I have to share this story. We had this couch in our family room that was just lovely when we got it and a piece of crap by the time we got rid of it. It just was worn out. And my idea was to get black leather, and I wanted one end to have a recliner and one end to have a chaise lounge. I mean, that was my dream couch. I'd never seen it before. I didn't know if we could ever find it. And I didn't even try to look for it because I thought, well, that just doesn't exist. But this is what I would like. Anyway, we went to get a couch designed for us, but it was going to take like 4 months to get it. And I was like, this couch we're sitting on now is unsittable. It's so bad. We have to get something right away. So I just kind of let it go and set my intention. And I just said, universe, I just want the perfect couch. So Jack says, babe, I went ahead and made a decision and I ordered a couch from Costco. And
amazing, by the way.
And guess what? It's black leather with a chaise lounge on one side and a recliner on the other. And I didn't even tell Jack about it.
And the recliner, you don't even know it is there until you're sitting in it and you put the feet out in the back and you can adjust the headrest. And it's actually a very contemporary looking black Italian leather. It's so gorgeous. But then Tiff brings all of her warmth. We have a classic French country house. I would say it's very eclectic.
I'm very eclectic.
Filled with lots of colors. So this is a very contemporary piece. But then Tiff throws all of her gorgeous blankets and the pillows and the furry pillows and the velvet pillows. And God, it's just gorgeous. And it was exactly what she wanted. And we got it in like a week and a half.
So that's amazing. The universe really does have our back. I mean, I'm telling you, when you ask for something, you really can get it. But it's like, if we were to describe, we have 2 large couches, lots of leather chairs and things all over our space. And it's because we are so serious about when someone sits their buns down in our place, that they feel uber comfortable so that we can have meaningful conversations. Another thing that we have all through our house that has something to do with the physical comfort of sitting and enjoying is blankets and pillows everywhere.
Yep.
So share.
The blankets and pillows. Okay. So
I'm going to get one of the blankets.
The
so
amount
I can show
of
you.
blankets that we have in our house, everywhere you go, there is another gorgeous, absolutely stunning. The colors, the texture, the feel, because the woman I am married to, AKA Tiff, she loves herself a gorgeous blanket. So look at this blanket right here. Little fringe, cute little fringe balls.
Very velvety.
That's just one of the many blankets, but this is how you bring more pleasure, more comfort, more joy into your life. And as you bring things into your space, energetically, you feel better with everything else that you're doing. So
just
pay
one
attention.
blanket can change the whole vibe of your room. And I don't even know how many blankets we have. We have minky blankets. We have velvet blankets. We have
wool blankets
wool.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Yeah, we have them all over. So get yourself some blankets and pillows. How many of you have lots of blankets and pillows in your space to help bring that sacred feeling in?
And I just would like to welcome our YouTube live viewers. We have more today than we've had before. And Arenda, thank you for sharing your picture. We're glad that you're here. It's good to see your face. And Darius said, don't touch my kitchen and bakery tools. They are my babies.
Yes.
Arenda said, my art table is my disaster.
Yep.
Right?
We hear ya.
Okay, tons of blankets and pillows. Me, all my chairs and couches have throws.
Good.
Me, yes, blankets. I do. Oh, the softness of that blanket. Yep. I've got an obscene amount of blankets and pillows. Isn't it gorgeous?
Yep.
And you're doing it, and you're doing something that's changing the vibration of your house, your space.
Yeah, for you to bring things into your space that are meaningful to you is important. Okay, this isn't just a place where you eat and sleep. This is a place where you recharge, where you recover, where you relax, where you rejuvenate, where you reinvent yourself. All the re's are in your space. Okay, so it's really important, and we're going to give you more ideas now. So another thing that is really awesome is to fill your house with calming sounds. So we happen to live kind of at the base of a canyon. So we have lots of pine trees, and we have amazing birds here. So we have owls and doves and all kinds of birds that are making wonderful sounds. We also have quite a few wind chimes in our yard, but we have the ones that sound the best to us. So I don't know how many of you have wind chimes, but they add a lot of amazing spiritual energy to your space because you can hear them outside coming into your house. You know, the big blue one that you've had forever?
I have had that for probably 20 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a very big wind chime, and the sound is very deep and very, very rich.
It's amazing.
It's beautiful.
Mm-hmm. So calming sounds, wind chimes, water fountains. We also have a fountain in our backyard. You can order a fountain off of Amazon Prime for like $40 USD, and have that in your backyard. Isn't that an amazing thing that we have?
Arenda said, my bed sits on the floor. I heard today that it's bad. Is that true?
So having your bed on the floor, the only reason people say it's bad is because there's not space between the energy of the floor and your bed. I don't claim that anything's bad. If it feels good to you, it's okay. If it doesn't feel that great, then it's time to get the bed off of the floor. Energetically, intermingling sleep and the bed with the floor typically can cause some sleep disturbances, but you have to be the judge of that.
Trust your gut on that.
Yeah.
And Megan said, I'm listening to my wind chimes right now while I watch.
Perfect.
We have been too cold to be able to have our windows open, but we're coming into spring, and that's when we'll get all of our wind chimes back up. So
yes,
Megan, enjoy those for us as well.
And listen to music that you really love. We listen to jazz in our house and in our car. And we listen to a lot of different music, but jazz is that sultry, sexy sound when we just want that really calming energy in our home. We just love it. Okay, another thing to pay attention to is tastes, the tastes in your home. So, for mental clarity, if you have mints in your house, it's always enlivens you. We have candy bowls in the rooms of our house. Because I'm not a big snacker, it's not an issue for me. For Jack, he'd have to talk about that one.
I have Scotch soaked toothpicks.
Oh, yeah.
They were a gift given to me and they're amazing.
You do love them.
Yeah, I really do love them.
Mm-hmm. So depending on the holiday, I will usually get chocolates in pretty foil wrapping.
Oh, we always have that around the house. Well,
Yeah.
you know, I mean, here's her gorgeous crystal bowl and there's only one chocolate heart.
I know it's time for me to find a new candy. And it will probably be an Easter one that will be so gorgeous in there. So filling your house with yummy tastes. And I'm not talking just about the meals that you're eating. I'm talking about, having beautiful herbal teas and your favorite coffee, your favorite candies, or a mint something that will really enliven your palate when you need more energy, things like that. That can add a lot to your space.
Deborah said, my husband got me a wind chime that I love listening to. Wind chimes are such a beautiful gift.
They are.
When you find a really gorgeous wind chime, when you gift that to someone you love, they get to feel your love every time they hear it. And I love wind chimes.
Yeah, Megan Bennett sent a wind chime when our dog died, and that's on our fence.
I know.
Yeah. Okay. The next one is fill your space with delicious smells, and I'm not just talking about food. It can be candles. It can be Mama Tiff's Empath Clearing Spray. It can be incense. Yep. Some people like that. Fresh cut flowers. I love the smell of lilies.
Mm-hmm.
Aren't they delicious?
Yeah, they are gorgeous.
Oh my gosh, they fill your whole house. I also love the smell of pine. And so depending on what you really love, bring all of that into your space. You just can't even imagine the difference. So what's your favorite smell? Go ahead and share on the strand. What is your favorite smell to smell inside your home? Please share.
Well, I know that one of your favorite smells is when I've been outside in the cold and I come in and you smell my cheeks.
Oh, that's so true. Oh, I love that smell.
I know you do.
It makes
love
me
it.
want to bite his face.
I love
that
the smell.
Cold skin smell. Ooh.
I love the smell of fresh air coming in the windows.
Oh, yeah.
Megan Bennett said vanilla.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
Dragon's blood.
Okay, Arinda, you said I use Florida water, maybe flour.
Oh, flour water
in my oil infuser. Yeah, some people do really love oil infusers. Or diffusers.
Absolutely. Citrus is a great smell. One of my favorites.
Jody said dragon's blood.
Yep.
Kelly said citrus. Kim said orange blossom and vanilla. Delicious.
Oh, yes.
Feruza, fresh coffee.
Absolutely. That's one of my favorite smells, Feruza.
Christiane said flowers, coffee, the smell of rain. Celery, and I love cilantro, the smell, and basil, fresh basil. Yeah. Christy loves the smell of celery.
Yeah.
Strawberry, Febreze, and Palo Santo. Arinda.
Nice.
Fresh air is wonderful.
Fresh
laundry that's hung outside and you bring it in.
Yes. So one of my favorite smells of my life is a roast beef cooking in the crock pot.
Oh,
with onions, potatoes, and carrots. And it smells the entire house up. And there is not a food smell that brings so much peace to me, because I grew up and my mother or my grandmother would always make that on Sunday. And it just is the most amazing smell.
I would have to say the smell of cooking food in our house is my end all be
all.
It
is. You get so
when
excited.
I walk in at the end of a long work day and I'm just like hit in the face with the waft of onions browning in butter on the stove. Oh. I love it.
Isn't this a fun topic?
God.
It's so fun.
Listen, fresh bread.
Oh, yeah.
Cooking in the oven. Lord have mercy. Fried chicken.
Yes.
Oh my God. Pot roast is amazing. Palo Santo is my favorite
Yes.
smell. Love it. I
Yes.
love the smell
Yes.
of Palo Santo.
Me too.
In our office, when we would see clients there all the time, every time a new client would come in, they'd be like, "Oh, it smells so good in here," because we would always clear with Palo Santo and Tiff's clearing spray.
Yep. Okay, so the next thing after smells is the visual effect. So it's things like decorate with mirrors, art, posters, paintings, sculptures. And so I'd like to share a few things that we have here in our house. Our house is full of art, and we have original pieces from lots of different people. We have sculptures, we have art, we have mirrors, we have all kinds of beautiful decor. And I have to share this. This is in my office, and this is Kelly Verstrate is on the call. So this is one of my pieces from her that I just love so much. Look at this. Can you feel the energy of that? Is that just not the most amazing?
Magical.
And it sits right on my shelf, right in front of my desk. And I always look at it, and it brings this pop of color into this gorgeous room that I have my office in. And I love this piece of art. And then I have sculptures and things all over the house. Here's another one that I have in the office that is this angelic. Look how beautiful. And she's carrying, or he or she. Let's see.
She.
Yep.
Well, she or he. They're wearing a dress.
Uh-huh. So I have this, and I have all kinds of things like this in my space that just bring so much energy into our space.
And Kelly Verstrate, this painting, is it called Lady of Spring? Is that your title?
Oh.
She surrounded herself with flowers, trying to hold what was just out of her reach. Isn't that beautiful?
Yes.
Love it.
I love it. One of my favorite things. So you can have altars, you can have all kinds of different things. And we just love to share our space with people, because it's also a place where you bring people in to create comfort and joy for others, right? It's not just for us. I just love the opportunity to be able to bring people in. And I haven't had people in our house for a really long time because of the pandemic. And I just recently had a couple of friends over, and one of the women that was in my house, she said, this just feels like joy, joy, freedom, and peace. That's what this house feels like. And that was a great thing to hear, because that is exactly what I am doing to create for our family and for others to encounter.
And Mary says she puts her affirmations up where she can see them. That's a great idea.
I love that. That's a great idea. Okay, touch. So you're going to want yummy things that when you touch them, they feel delightful. And I have so many things. So we have so many textures in this house.
We are loaded with textures.
Right?
Yes. And I just want to make sure, was it visual? Oh, where we talked about we just did the podcast on the same topic. So is this where we talked about all the colors that we have painted our walls?
Oh no, go ahead and talk about that.
So that's another thing, a really quick and easy way. Well, I don't know how quick and easy, but it's a really great way to change the energy of your space quickly, is with color. And being able to put color up on the walls. Like in this room right here, you can see the yellow behind. It looks a lot yellower in the camera, but it's like kind of a muted mustard. It's gorgeous. Then we have a deep crimson on all the walls, the other walls here. And this is Tiff's office. And then we have sage in our kitchen. We have, what do we have? Salmon down in our great room. We have
chocolate walls. And blue, in our bedroom, we have 2 shades of blue. In the spare bedroom, we have gray. We have like a kind of a deep salmon in the bathroom upstairs. Downstairs, it's a yellow, like a kind of a coffee yellow. And we just have color, just tons of color all over in our space. But all the colors are earth tones because that really feels the best to me. And Jack, you said it makes you feel very relaxed, those colors.
It does. And I would lean more towards contemporary or modern typically before I met Tiff. And now I am just surrounded by earth tones and love them. I had no idea of the warmth it would bring, but it's an individual preference. And another thing that you can do is putting up different wallpaper. And this is when I was talking about Kelly, because she shared some of her wallpaper.
Oh, Kelly Verstrate?
Yes.
Oh, I have to see it. I am a wallpaper weirdo.
In your house. And I honestly have never seen more delightful, incredible wallpaper choices ever. When Tiff and I are watching movies, we're always like, check out that wallpaper.
We're going to do that.
So Kelly, you're going to have to show Tiff your wallpaper.
Yeah.
Wallpaper choices. So yeah, just pay attention to ways. And there was a really good question. Mary said, regardless of what you have around, does your energy affect your house?
Absolutely. So really great question. You'll notice that some people have houses that break down or have a lot of problems. And you'll typically find that the people that live there that have that experience are people that struggle with feeling emotionally well, feel really frenetic or really hyper, things like that. When you feel calm and at ease, you'll notice that your house works with your energy. So absolutely, you will change the energy of your space. And when you bring these pieces into your space, bring pieces in that resonate with you, because that will be an extension or an expression of who you are in the things you put in your space. That's why we're talking about this, to give you all kinds of ideas of different things that you can do. Another thing that we have all over in our house are fresh flowers and plants, living plants. Now, you may not be interested in living plants because you have to take care of them, but I really am. I am very attached to my plants. I know their name. I know exactly what they need, and show them this plant behind. This is one of my favorites. And this plant's name is Fair. And she is one of the loves of my life. And I just love her so much. She's very old.
Thank you, babe.
An old plant. My mother found the beginnings of this plant dead in a closet when she was cleaning an office. It was a stick. And that was when I was 10. That was 40 years ago. And this is an offshoot of that stick that came back to life with my mother's magical touch. So we have a very strong connection with this plant. So you want to bring things in that really resonate with who you are. And then you will bring your vibration through that thing into your space, and it will lift the frequency of your home space.
And June, you shared, I have boring off-white walls everywhere, LOL. And this is where, like, bringing in just a pop of color, some color that you love into that space. See how it makes you feel. Mm-hmm. Just see how it makes you feel. And then Linda said, my walls are mostly beige, and I have a wall that is turquoise in my living room. And then using pops of colors everywhere. It sounds gorgeous. That. It sounds gorgeous. Arenda said, I love my plants. I rescue them from clearance racks. They're so lucky. Your plants are so lucky.
That's sweet. Okay. So another thing to pay attention to is keeping fresh air in your house. When you can, open your windows, get that circulation going. Jack and I happen to have a really amazing air purifier in our bedroom, so we sleep with really clean air. That's really important for my health and well-being, so that you may consider that as well. I want to give you some other ideas. Just some things that you can add into your space just a little bit. Now, keep in mind that this takes time to transform your space into that sacred space you're looking for. But little by little, it just gets more amazing and more amazing as you go. So don't think you're going to get off this and just immediately in 5 minutes go off and get everything done and it's going to be the perfect space. It's a work in progress, and it's a fun process to do. So I'm always adding a little extra here, a little extra here. I have beautiful handmade quilts all over my house. I have recipe books everywhere. Everywhere in my space, I have books. Every room, I have loads of books. So there's just a lot of things that I resonate with that I bring into our space, and it just is such a wonderful feeling.
What were you, I was going to speak to Linda. You're saying I need an air purifier. The one that we have been using that we love is the Dyson Cool Link, I think is what it's called. It's has an app so you can run it off of your phone. It's amazing. And then I also, Megan Bennett, it's in the 70s right now in Texas. All the doors and windows are open.
Nice.
I am looking forward to those 70-degree days.
Nice.
That will be so nice.
Okay. So here's a few more ideas. Healing artwork. So the artwork that feels the most healing.
Or doing your own and getting your artwork up on the walls.
Yep. Like I said, we have art in every room of our house. It's everywhere. Plants and flowers, crystals and gemstones, right? So here's just one of the many pieces we have in our house. See this beautiful stone? Isn't this gorgeous? And it just sits gently over in what is that kind of flower? A lotus flower inside of it. And I just love this so much. It brings a lot of energy into this room. And I have crystal everywhere. So not only do I have crystals, like stone crystals, I have crystal glasses. I don't know how many. A lot. I love crystal. Okay. And gemstones and all kinds of delicious things. Feathers. So here's some feathers that I have. These are hawk feathers that I was gifted. Aren't those beautiful? I have these on my shelf, and these bring a lot of sacred energy into our space as well. So feathers are a really great option. Seashells. How many of you have seashells? We also have a big bowl of seashells down in our great room. Also a tarot deck or your angel cards, those types of things, right? I know that you're all like, oh, I have that. Good job.
And Leona said, I have a Himalayan salt lamp.
Oh yeah. We were going to bring that up too. So
Yeah,
thank you for bringing that up. They are, we have those in our home as well.
And June, get that photography up. If you've been putting that off,
oh my gosh,
get it up in your room, in your house.
That will add so much. June, did you take that photography yourself?
Yeah, I think so. It's hers, I believe. Some of my own.
Oh, good. Do that.
And then I'm a bird mama. I have a huge jar of feathers and another tall glass vase with rocks picked up on hikes.
Would you get me that little tree? I have this little tree and I found this nest outside and I let it sit in the sun for a really long time to kill all the germs. But I have this little bird's nest that I have sitting in this wire tree in my office. Isn't that adorable? Look at that. I just love it. Okay. When we talked about wind chimes, water fountains, drums. I have a big drum here in this office. Harps, rattles, candles and incense, photographs. And like on our walls, I have photographs everywhere of our family, of our kids and friends. And another thing, like stuffed animals or teddy bears, I have these sitting on the spare room bedroom so that when our granddaughter comes over, we can play dolls. So just little, isn't this just sweet? I love my dolls.
She does.
And they all have
I think she thinks they're a lot.
Clothes and shoes. We have lots of different outfits for them. And they have blankets too.
They do. They do.
Inspirational books, like we talked about. That's all we have in this house is inspirational books. Mirrors, we've talked about that. Sofas and chairs that you really love with yummy blankets. Quilts, we've talked about that. And then journals with beautiful pens. This journal, look at this. Is this not gorgeous? Look at the paper in this. Is that not just gorgeous? I have a few of these. And when I feel like writing something inspirational or something that happened, I put them in this with my beautiful pens. And even to the point where I just bought this because I'm a psychic medium. So I bought a case that has a ghost on it because I'm always talking to ghosts, right? So you can add so much to your life by little tiny things. And they just bring all the sacred energy into your space and into your life. That was a lot.
What fun. Did you ever think that the title of this being Is Your Living Space Making You Sick?
Yeah.
Could be so much fun.
It can be so much better than making you sick. So, would you talk about lighting really quick?
Oh, yeah. Lighting is really critical. Pay attention to how the lighting in your home makes you feel. In our house, we use lamps. Use lamps. We typically don't turn on our overhead lights, and we just use a hell of a lot of lamps. I always choose soft white bulbs, and it just is so soothing to the eyes and the energy. I notice when I go into a space that's primarily fluorescent lighting, energetically, it really drains the crap out of me, at least.
It does me too.
And so we're really mindful of lighting. So pay attention, even down to the color of the bulb that you choose can change energy. This is all about you and your surroundings and paying attention intuitively to what lifts and expands your energy and what makes you feel heavy and shut down. You have the power. You have some control here. You get to choose and pay attention to what feels good. When you're going through your house or you're looking around, does it spark joy or does it drain you? If it drains you, release it, repurpose it, gift it, whatever. And, maybe go buy yourself a little throw or a pillow that is a color that just pops, that just lights you up, right? And it really is about you connecting with yourself. And sometimes we get so robotic. We are so going through the motions of life. We've looked at the same thing in our house for 20, 30 years, and we don't even see it anymore. Well, it's time to shift it up, spark something new, bring in some new life. This is about you designing your home, your space that you live in a way that sparks joy, that gives you a little pop of energy instead of draining you or just feeling like you don't even see it because you've just looked at it for so long.
Now, how many of you have a little treat stash somewhere where you have your favorite types of treats? I'd like to know. I have really smallered. I was going to say. Made my treat stash smaller.
She smallered her.
But this is one thing I always have is intense orange. Lint excellence. I have several bars of this in my office that when I just want a moment with a delicious taste and a nice soft blankie, I just sit there and eat my little chocolate like this, and it's so delicious.
Christiane treat basket here. Yep. Yeah. Kim said, I do. Darius said, I have teddy bears and big stuffies sitting on chairs on stools. Adorable. Kelly's are hidden from the kids.
Of course. Hello. Yeah.
Lisa says, clean out the old and bring in the joy.
Yeah.
June said, I just started to buy from my heart lately, and my space is starting to make me feel like me.
Good job.
Keep it up.
Yes.
June, oh yes. Chrissy agreed with Lisa. Megan said, I have a handmade bowl in the kitchen that holds all of my treats. Good. Gorgeous.
Yes. And my friends, the reason having a sacred space is so important is because it is healing to your soul and to your body. So if your space is the way you want it and it feels like you and it emulates you and it's delicious and joyful, it's a healing space. And this is why we're talking about it, so that you can create a space that really feels comfortable and healing to you and recharges you and rejuvenates you and all the R's that we had talked about earlier. So I hope that you enjoy and have fun doing it. Another thing really quick that I forgot to add in is when holidays come, add little decorations that are really resonant to who you are. I have a really elegant taste. So I've already decorated for Easter, but I have a lot of really elegant decor for Easter in our home. And it just makes everything a celebration. You want to celebrate your space. You want to celebrate your life. You want to celebrate holidays. You just want to celebrate everything because it brings so much joy and healing into life.
That was a really feel-good topic.
It was
today.
Felt good.
So the invitation I have for you is to join our Connected Empath Facebook group. I know many of you are already in it, but if you're not, we would love to have you come there. It's free. It's amazing. It's uplifting. It's high vibe. We have a lot of great workshops and trainings that we do there. And so just search for Connected Empath, and it's a group by Tiff and Jack. And we will welcome you in with open arms. And Tiff is eating dessert first.
Why?
Because life is meant to be devoured.
That's what I say.
We love you guys. Thank you for being here with us. It wouldn't be the same without you. We'll see you next week.